One of the most disappointing things for me about last week's E3 showing from Nintendo is the fact that Devil's Third didn't make an appearance at last week's E3. We didn't even get a translated video for the video that did get uploaded onto Nintendo of Japan's YouTube channel the week before. We didn't even get that. I just couldn't believe that Devil's Third didn't make an appearance at last week's E3. Especially when you've seen games like Super Mario Maker and Yoshi's Woolly World, they get shown in the digital event. But we've seen those games a load of times before. But with Devil's Third, we haven't seen it yet within a digital event. We haven't even seen it within a Nintendo Direct yet, and the game comes out in August. So, E3 would have been the perfect time to promote Devil's Third and to say, oh yeah, this is Devil's Third, this is a third-person shooter from Valhalla Games that we're helping to fund, that we're helping to create. And, they could have done like a full-blown reveal for Devil's Third at this year's E3, kind of like what they did with Star Fox Zero. I really think that Nintendo should have included Devil's Third within their digital event and get rid of the developer stories for Yoshi's Woolly World and Super Mario Maker. I really don't think we needed to see another developer story for those two games, especially when those two games got developer stories in last year's E3 Nintendo Direct. I think they should have got rid of them and made room for Devil's Third in their digital event. Like I said, they should have done a full-blown reveal for Devil's Third in their digital event. They should have shown off the game and then done a developer story with Artagake, where he could have gave out some of the details that were revealed within the Nintendo of Japan's video the week before. That's what they could have done within their digital event, and that's what I think they should have done as well. Now, I know some people will say to me, well, Snorf, the reason why Devil's Third didn't make an appearance in the digital event is that Nintendo, they don't want a mature, violent game to be shown off in the digital event, because they want the digital event to be appealing for parents to watch as well as younger people. And if they included Devil's Third and Fatal Frame within the digital event, then it would have put off those people from watching the digital event. But I just think that is just stupid. If they just put up like an age rating at the start, or even if they just made a warning before Devil's Third and Fatal Frame made an appearance, they could have said, oh, the next game is super violent, so, if you don't want to watch it, then, just look away now, something like that. I just don't think they should have omitted those two games because, they wanted to make it appealing. I just don't think that's good enough. I really don't. But then again, Nintendo, they have to appeal to those sort of people. But this is E3. This is the biggest time of year for gaming. This is basically like Christmas for gaming. And, a new IP like Devil's Third needs the exposure that E3 brings. So, I just don't think the excuse that Nintendo didn't want to show a mature game within their digital event is good enough. I really don't think that is good enough. I heard a great suggestion on the Active Gamer Life podcast from Levelhead that if Nintendo didn't want to show Devil's Third in the digital event because it is too violent for the people that they want to target the digital event at, then what they could have done was switch Devil's Third with Smash Brothers and have Devil's Third on Sunday have its own specific direct. That would have been good for Devil's Third because it would have been the first game that got revealed at this year's E3, and a lot of people would have looked at it, a lot of people would have got hyped for it, and it would have been a good way to lead on to the World Championships as well, to have like a new IP get shown off in a half an hour video. I think that would have been a really good way to kick off E3. And what they could have done was included all of the Smash Brothers DLC stuff within the digital event. That's what Nintendo could have done. They could have easily done that as a compromise for Devil's Third, because, like I said, Devil's Third, it needs that exposure from E3. I just couldn't believe that Devil's Third didn't make an appearance in the Treehouse live streams as well. That is just completely ridiculous, especially when it made an appearance in last year's Treehouse live streams. For me, I'm going to be completely honest and say that last year I was completely glued to the Treehouse live streams because you didn't just see the same game all of the time. You didn't see the same games over and over again. You saw like Bayonetta 2, then Horror Warriors, then Smash Brothers, then Splatoon, and then back to Bayonetta 2, then Bayonetta 1, we got to see that, then Horror Warriors, we got to see some 3DS stuff as well. We got to see a wide variety of games at last year's Nintendo Treehouse Live. But this year, we've pretty much seen Super Mario Maker 3 or 4 times, Xenoblade Chronicles X 3 or 4 times, Star Fox 3 or 4 times, Chibi Robo about 3 or 4 times, that Animal Crossing game 3 or 4 times, you know, Yoshi's Woolly World 3 or 4 times. But Fatal Frame only got shown off once, same with Fast Racer Neo. Those 2 games should have got shown off more than once. And Devil's Third, he didn't even make a single appearance. Are you having a laugh? Really, are you having a laugh? I just can't believe that they show games like 4 or 5 times, but they can't even make room to do a 20-minute section for Devil's Third. Like I said, that is just completely ridiculous for me. And there is rumours, there is some people knocking about saying that the reason why Devil's Third didn't get shown off at last week's E3 is because that it has got cancelled or delayed within North America. Now, Artigake, it has come out on his Facebook page because a lot of people have been asking him about Devil's Third and the fact that it didn't make an appearance at last week's E3. A lot of people asked about whether it has been delayed or cancelled within North America. He said something like, calm down, I've got this, or I'll do this, or something like that. It wasn't concrete, but at least we heard something from Artigake. But one of the things that makes me think that Devil's Third is in trouble in North America is that in a release like schedule image in North America, Devil's Third wasn't shown off within that image, but in the equivalent Nintendo of Europe image, Devil's Third was included within that image. So I'm not sure whether Devil's Third has got cancelled or delayed within North America. It wouldn't surprise me that because Nintendo doesn't have a lot of games in 2016 for the Wii U, it wouldn't surprise me if Nintendo delayed Devil's Third for North America until 2016. I really hope Devil's Third doesn't get cancelled within North America. I think that would be completely ridiculous, and it would affect me as well. Even though I am in Europe, it will mean that I will run into less people online if it did get cancelled within North America. So that is why I don't want it to get cancelled within North America. But the fact that we haven't even got a release date yet for North America is just alarming at this moment in time. And I think Valhalla and Nintendo should come out and say what's happening about Devil's Third for North America as soon as possible. I really do. I definitely think we should get a release date for North America soon, especially when Japan and Europe have already got release dates for the game. It's just completely stupid that North America there is a question about whether Devil's Third will come out in North America. And Nintendo brought those questions upon themselves because they didn't show it off at last week's E3. They didn't give out any details about Devil's Third at last week's E3. And like I said, that was completely ridiculous in my opinion. It really was. They could have easily made room for Devil's Third within their digital event, or they could have easily made room for Devil's Third in their E3 week plans. They could have done a direct specifically for Devil's Third on Sunday, just so that the parents and the young people watching the digital event wouldn't get put off from Devil's Third. And they could have easily shown it off within the Treehouse live streams as well, especially when games got shown off 3, 4, 5 times in the Treehouse live streams. So yeah, like I said, there's no excuses for me why Devil's Third couldn't have been shown off last week. I just really can't understand why it wasn't shown off at last week's E3. I really can't. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Leave me your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Do you think Devil's Third has got cancelled in North America, or do you think it has got delayed? Like I said, I think it will be completely ridiculous, even if it did get like delayed until 2016. That would just be completely ridiculous. It's like Captain Toad last year for Europe. That got delayed until 2016, which is just completely stupid. And Yoshi's Woolly World for you guys in North America. Why is that coming out in October for you guys when it's coming out next week? Well, I think it's coming out this week actually for Europeans. Why the massive delay? I just can't understand that. And Xenoblade Chronicles X for Europe as well. I think that's just got a loose December 2015 release date. They did that with Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker last year. So Xenoblade Chronicles X, that could get pushed back to January 2016 for European customers as well. It's just completely stupid in my opinion. It really is. So yeah, I've been rambling on for far too long for this video. I will be making a lot more Devil's Third Wii U content over the next month, up until the launch of the game, and of course when I do get my hands on the game in August, it's pretty much September for me, but when I do get my hands on the game, you will be seeing gameplay, and a lot of gameplay from me on my channel. So if you are interested in Devil's Third and you want to hear more about the game and you want to, get hyped for the game, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, because let's be honest here, I'm doing more flipping promotion for Devil's Third than Nintendo themselves. That's just... seriously, I just can't believe it hasn't made an appearance yet within a Nintendo Direct or a digital event. So, yeah, that's it from me. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.